Hello, this is Chad Payne with Lens Software. This is the second video in a two-part series on flex levels. Flex levels allows someone to share their key prices or levels. One person creates and maintains those levels and shares them with a group of traders. The first video showed that group how to use flex levels to plot someone else's lines on their chart. In this video, I'm going to show you how to be the maintainer of those levels and to take your levels and share them with a group. I'm going to show you how to export the levels to file. It's very easy. I'm going to show you how to put them up on a server and then share that path with as many other traders as you like. So I've got a chart here of the ES. I've also got the NQ added to a pane down below. You can maintain multiple symbols in one chart, so you might want to create a new pane for each symbol. I'm going to show you how to do one symbol first, and then I'll show you how to do a few others. So I've got 3 levels here. You may have more. Set up the lines like you like. I have some compact lines here with bands. I've got a purple one. I've just used some random titles. So you'll set up the levels, the bands, the position. I've got custom line position here, compact, which draws it in the margin. So you want to draw these the way you feel like most of the people that will be using them will like to see them. They'll be able to override that and make them look like they want. The key thing is you're sharing the price. That's the number one thing, and the labels, and they can turn those off if they want as well. So set these up the way you want. If you've got a favorite line, you might right click and choose Add Button, and I'm going to just give this button, I'm going to give it a color purple. This is just something you might do, you don't have to do, and I'm going to give it, I'll just call it purple level. Okay, and then I'm going to move this to a new pane up top. So now I can click here and drop in some more levels. Another thing you can do is, as of 12.5, you can control drag any line, so I can simply control drag this line to a different level. So that allows you to quickly, I could create another button for the yellow level and give it the same a yellow color and title it however I like, and then that allows me to quickly click on this and drop these levels in various panes, and you can maximize them and fine-tune them. I'm going to go ahead and delete these NQ levels for now. I'm going to focus on one symbol first, and I'll show you how to do multiple. So again, I can control drag this one, and it makes a duplicate. So you've added the levels you want to share. Now you'll need to export, and you'll choose File and Functions. And I'm going to type in Flex here, and it'll quickly find Flex Levels Export. It says Flex Lines here, but we've actually updated that to Flex Levels Export. And I'll click Go. And it'll prompt you where you'd like to put it. I'm just going to use the default location, put it in my Investor RT folder inside of my Users folder. But you can put it wherever you like. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to replace, I'd already exported it, so it'll ask you if you want to replace it. And then it will open it up automatically in Excel for you. So you can see here there's one line. It's got a title line, and then it has one line for each level, and each row is a different property of the reference line, and there are about 20 or 21 properties. You don't really have to worry about this. Certain occasions you may want to come in here and edit this file, but it's going to take every piece of information of each of those reference lines and put them into a line, and now you can take that line and put it on that file and put it on your server. Let me show you something you might run into. If you hit Go and then you hit Save, and you get this message, that means you've left the file open in Excel. You need to go close it. Excel kind of holds on to it and doesn't let you replace it, so you'll need to go close the file in Excel and then export again. So now I'm going to open up another chart, and I've added the flex levels and chosen the same location, and you can go to the other video about how to use this if you'd like more details on this, but I've just pointed at my location, and it's showing me the exact replica of the lines in this chart. Or you can put it on your server and then allow the user to specify the location on the server, and they'll pull it off your server. If you update it, theirs will be updated within 5 minutes. So right now, by default, it checks every 5 minutes to see if there's a newer version on the server. If there is, it grabs it and replaces it. In the future, I'm going to add an option of how frequently the user's flex levels checks the server to see if there's a new version of the file. And at this point, the user can override your look and feel and placement of the lines if they wish to, or they can accept exactly how you present it. And they can drag and drop it into any other chart. All right, now let's go back to our source file, and let's assume we want to do some NQ lines in the same file as the ES. We want to put them all together in one file and share those with our followers or with our fellow traders. So I'm just going to drop a few purple levels in here, and you'll probably want to fine tune it a little more. I'm just going to drop a few in here. I'm going to go to File Functions and export my file again. I'll just put it in the same location. So the same location as last time, we'll just override that file. And now in the exported file in Excel, you can see I have my 4 levels for NQ and then my 5 or 6 levels for ES, all within the same file. So now if I go to my chart that has the FlexLevels Indicator in it, I'm looking at the ES, but if I simply change the symbol of the chart to NQ, then I get my NQ levels. So it's going to grab the proper levels from the chart, and that's because the user has auto for the symbol, and it's just going to automatically match up the symbol in the chart with the proper lines within the file. So there may be rare situations where you want to edit this file manually. Maybe you want to change the color of a bunch of lines and you don't want to go change the lines, and you just want to change the color. You can do that. So let's go over some of these really quickly. The first is obviously the symbol. That's self-explanatory. And if you want to know what the symbol is, and the symbols that are supported, you can see here. So you could also do this with equities, and it would do a full symbol match of the symbol in the chart with the symbol in the file. This column shows the price. That's self-explanatory, and the label, that's optional. You got pen width, style, and color. And as far as color, you're going to need to, if you got a specific color you want to use, you'll need to go change the color of one of your lines and pay attention to the label of that line. Okay, you might want to make it a unique label, and then export it and grab whatever value you see here and put that into your other lines if you'd like. So as far as color, you'll need to go specify your color in the chart, export it, and see what number it came up with and use that number. And that pretty much goes for all these properties. If you want to change something, go change it on one line and go look at what changed for that single line, and then use that for the other lines if you want to match up a bunch of lines quickly. I don't see this being used frequently, but if you do want to change a bunch of things, you'll generally want to change them in the chart, because then they'll persist every time you export. So that's probably the best way to do it, is to go ahead and make the changes in the chart if you need to. You can always create a button or control drag and quickly duplicate your line. So it's a pretty quick process to do it that way. But anyway, you've got options for the position of your label. All 5 of these fields have to do with the position of the line, the horizontal position of the line, and then you've got band options over to the right. So you'll take your file, put it on your server, give your fellow traders the location to that file, similar to this. They can copy and paste it right in. If you're an educator that wants to be listed here, get in touch with us, and we'll certainly take that in consideration. One other important consideration: at rollover, you'll generally want to adjust your prices of your contracts based on the adjustment in premium and the change in the price across the rollover. So there's a function called adjust chart prices. So I can go in here and I can enter a symbol. So I'll do add ES pound and 4.25. If I enter that, it's going to increase the prices of all my reference lines by 4.25. So you'll want to compute the proper adjustment, enter it here. So if it's plus 4.25, you can also put a negative number in here if it needs to be adjusted down. And if I apply this, it's going to take all my reference lines and adjust them up by 4.25. I'll go ahead and go here, and it did move these up by 4.25. And then you can export your file again and replace it on your server. So I can do that for the ES. I can go down here and do it for the NQ. I'll just do a real large number just to emphasize. Let's do 25 and hit go, and you'll see all those went up by $25 in price. If you make a mistake, you can enter the negative of that number and they'll move right back where they were. But this will adjust all your lines, your Fibonacci retracements, and your trend lines in your open charts. So I hope this video will help you maintain your charts and your files if you're sharing your key levels with a group of traders. And if you have any questions on this FlexLevels Indicator, please email support@lensoft.com.